Good morning, everybody. I am going to spend 5 to 7 minutes showing you how to use Google Slides, which is one of my favorite applications in the Google Suite that we've been learning about. So please buckle your seatbelts, and I think I'm going to be able to show you some pretty cool stuff on this because I have enjoyed it immensely, and I will show you what I know. So first, I'm going to go over here to make sure that I'm in the right account. And I'm going to go to the waffle, and I'm going to head on down to slides. And I'm going to show you how to make like a small animal project with 3 slides for a small class of maybe 15, 20 kids. And I will start with a blank slide. First thing I like to do is present, is title my project. So I'm going to write Mr. Comstock or Mr. C and then animal project. And the kids could write their first name and then the animal that they might be studying. Here we are in the environment of Google Slides. It's a very friendly environment. On the left-hand side here, you see the thumbnails. In the middle is where you create, which is the editing. And over here, if you wanted to grab some themes or something like that, you could. But I'm just going to start with a regular white background. I'll X out of the themes. So I have a bigger workspace, and I can open my window right here. First thing I like to do, and I've done this a couple times from our assignment Google Slides, is just highlight these guys and just delete them. So we have a clean slate right here. And then what I like to do is add 3 slides to kind of work backwards from what the whole project's going to look like. So 1, 2, and then 3. And I'll go into the second one, clear these guys out, and the third one, and clear these guys out. Now, what I'd like to do is just maybe color the background. And so there's a real friendly little button right here. It just says change the background. And I'm not going to do an image necessarily. I think I'll do a color. And I'll just make it, let's see, how about a nice lighter? Oop, that doesn't look like that one. All right, yeah, we'll do that and then done. And then there it is. And I'll go to this, background, same color, done. And third slide, background, color. There we go. All right, so we're all set up. We've got our 3 slides. We've got some background color. And now let's add some titles. So if we go right up here to the text box, we can kind of make this nice and big here. I always call this, with my kids at school, the dominant element. So let's pick the African elephant. And if I highlight these by triple clicking it, and I like this right here, it's a center justification. And let's make this 50. See how that looks. Boom, that's perfect. Okay, African elephant. Oop, it ended up on the 3rd slide. So what I can do is come over here, make sure we do this, and I can cut it and bring it back over here to the first one and paste it. Now I'm going to talk about 2 things, the habitat and the physical description of the elephant. So one thing I enjoy doing here is inserting a table. If you come on down here like this with 2 cells, and now we can grab this table and we can talk about 2 particular physical characteristics or aspects of the African elephant. And I can do habitat. And over here, I'll do physical description. And one thing I like about tables is if you highlight it and see that 4-way right there, that's like a north, south, east, west sign. If I click on that, that highlights the whole table. And then I can center justify everything right like that, which I love. Now let's make these bigger. So let's go 50 on this as well. See how it goes. Boom, that looks pretty good. And let's put them in the middle. So again, I want to highlight the whole table. If I click on, let's see here, that right there, and I go up here, I love this button right here. This is the middle button. So that puts that right in the middle. Okay. And I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I've decided 50. Let's make that real big. So it's the dominant element on the page. I talk about that with my kids all the time. So there we go, African elephant. Okay. Now this is going to be, what I like to do is steal this right here. Habitat. This is the habitat page. So I'll do a nice big habitat page here. And then I'll go steal this one because I've already done it. I like double dipping when it comes to this. And I'll copy and make another text box like this. Boom, boom. There we go. That'll be the physical description of the animal. So you see we have our 3 slides on the left here. It's going to be about the African elephant, and we're going to talk about two major pieces of the African elephant, the habitat and physical description. So now let's go back over here and let's talk about linking. I think this is one of the most powerful pieces. If I go here and I go up to insert, I can insert a link, and you'll notice it's Apple or that little curly Q K. And I'm going to go to the slide number 2 or the next slide. And that's going to highlight that. And I'm going to do the same thing to physical description, but I'm actually going to link this one, and I'm going to do the Apple K to, let's see if I move this up a little bit. Okay, physical description. Actually, I'm going to show you just with one link, please. And the links only work in slideshow mode. So if I go here and I have the African elephant and I click on the habitat, it goes right to the habitat. If I hit escape, I go back to the edit mode, which I want to do. Now, one thing you need to have here is you need to have a little mini back button. So let's sneak up here, and up in the upper left-hand corner, let's write the word back. And let's be kind of tricky here. We're going to do this, and we're going to remember Apple K, and then we go to the first slide, and that should have linked it. We don't have to save it in Google Slides because it saves it for itself. But if I go to slideshow mode, here we go, folks. Back button, bingo. So now we have African elephant presentation with 3 slides. We're going to go to the habitat page, bingo, and then back here, bingo. And we can really have a great time showing kids how to do this. I think it's fun. I think you can bring in animations, you can color backgrounds, you can put text boxes on here. I mean, it's really, really great. I'm at my limit for my 5 to 7 minutes, so I want to honor that. And thank you very much. I hope this is helpful, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you.